Hello students, welcome back. Uh, Today I am continuing our computer network chapter and our remaining topics. The last time I have discussed about web page, website, static and dynamic web page. So there are various different type of functions are available. Now we need one more thing for internet, web server. Okay, we know very well on a web server always store only websites. On a web server always use website, collection of website will only store on the web server. Okay, another server is mail server. Mail server use only for mail purpose. All the mail will store on the mail server. So here web server is a computer where the web content is stored. Basically web server is used to host the website and deliver the resources requested through the web browser. Okay, any website which are requested from web browser will send to the request to the another web server. If a website is available, then again send back to the web browser screen. So in more technical term, it is a program that use HTTP protocol for serving files that create web pages for user in response to their requests that are sent by HTTP clients of their computer is called a web server. So you can see the whole complete theory in a one picture. Here this is a web browser. Okay, first we open Google Chrome, and in Google Chrome on address bar we can type any website name, URL of the website, and this here one protocol is working for website, HTTP protocol. So HTTP request move to the web server search this website, and in again response, HTTP response, and you can see the result on the web browser window. So you can see this. Now the feature of a web server: secure, fast in speed means high bandwidth, able to mitigate bandwidth congestion, maximum uptime means always response, support most of server side scripting languages, easy user interface, virtual hosting. So this kind of feature must be available on the web server. Means it must be secure, it must be high bandwidth, it must able to more than one request at a time. Okay, it handle lot of loads. Okay, so it support scripting language means JavaScript, ASP, AJAX, VB script. Okay, so we can dynamically input and output can be used, easy user interface and virtual hosting. Okay, this kind of facility. Okay, function of a web server we know very well: store and secure website data, provide web database access. Okay, on a web server website is also available and database accessing also available. Web database accessing, serve the end user request. Okay, bandwidth controlling to regulate network traffic. If a maximum limit is available on the web server, if maximum limit will cross, then a controlling program will function and manage the server traffic. Virtual hosting is available, server side web scripting also available. Here two things: client side scripting language available and server side scripting language also available to communicate user and website, for communicating user and between user and websites. Okay, here you can see in the world the famous web server example. First is Apache web server. 1996, maintained by Apache Foundation, mostly used web server. IIS. This is a Internet Information Services maintained by Microsoft company. NGI NX 2002 by Igor Sysoev, used for large website with too much traffic. So you can say different kind of web server have different kind of web capabilities. Apache Tomcat, initiated by Sun Microsystem, and in 1999 transferred to Apache Software Foundation, and Light HTTPD 2003 uses a very low memory, CPU and disk space for small web hosting project, for the use of small web hosting project. So you can see here the example of different kind of web servers, and with the help of web server we can access content from the internet. Okay, now next thing is web hosting. Web hosting means first we create a website using the HTML language. Okay, then we get our website name. We can say this is our URL. Okay, after creating the website, now I want to share this website all over the world. So I want to transfer this our website to the web server. Okay, so after creating the website and to transfer this website to the web server, and then on the web server this website is available all over the world for the users. So this is called web hosting. So web hosting is the place where all the files of your website live. It is like the home our website where it actually lives. Okay, a good way to think about this is, if the domain name is address of our house, then web hosting is the actual house that address point to. All website on the internet needs web hosting. Okay, means first we create our website, then our website have a must be unique name. Okay, and then we transfer this website to the web server. Web server use two things. Okay, our website name and the corresponding location of our website on the web server. This is called domain name system. Okay, so domain name and web hosting are two different services. How where they work together to make website possible. It is possible with the system known as DNS. Okay, so every website have a unique name, but behind a unique name have the corresponding IP address of a website, means the actual location of website in a numerical form. We can say 32 byte, and but we can remember only website name easily. We cannot remember the IP address of millions of website. So on the web server, another software is working. We can say this is DNS, domain name system. So the function of this software is the requested web site name convert into corresponding IP address, means location of the website. So there are following main types of web hosting: shared hosting, shared by multiple domains and websites; VPS, virtual private server hosting. Okay, the main server is split into multiple virtual server, hence the name. This virtual server can be customized by individual website. We can say this kind of different kind of facilities which can be used by a website on a web server. Dedicated hosting. Website being hosted on a dedicated server have complete technical control over server setting. We choose the software configuration and anything else we need. So this thing require when we create dynamic websites, or we can create a professional websites such as Amazon and Flipkart, and this type of big commercial website required additional programming and additional server side security settings. Okay, cloud hosting. So cloud hosting plans come with multiple remote servers. Each server has different responsibilities. If one of the servers is compromised or has a problem, then the other server on the network will take over those responsibilities and pick up the slack. Okay, so this is an advanced feature which can be managed by web server, or we can say web hosting, cloud hosting, and reseller hosting and WordPress hosting. So these are also a specific type of hosting. So in the when we create a website, we can upload or we can publish our website on a web server. Here there are so many companies on the internet is available which can provide this kind of web hosting services, and we can paid a minimum amount. Okay, so this the web hosting is paid, or we must purchase a space on a web server. Okay, if we want to access our website fastly, so we must need to purchase a web server space. So with the help of online web hosting facilities, there are several websites available to provide these web hosting commercial facilities. Okay, and we can after creating our website, we can publish this website on a web server. So WordPress and reseller hosting provide. Okay, so we can summarize this thing. First we create a website in HTML language, then we can provide a particular standard name. We can say this is a URL, and then we can, after creating the complete website, we can transfer to the web server. So we can say this is a web hosting. Okay, now web browser. We know very well, in our computer, in our mobile, in our tablet, first we can use Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Opera Mini, Safari and Mozilla Firefox. So this is a special kind of software application. We can say this is a web browsing. Browsing means searching, but where? On the internet. So web searching on the internet. We can access any kind of data, audio, video, textual, but we require a particular website name. Okay, but here on the internet there are so many type of website available. We can't remember all the website name. So another website we can use google.com, yahoo.com, altavista.com, lycos.com. This is a search engine websites which can help to search a website according to our content, according to our choice. So a web browser, short for web browser, is the software application that is used to search for, reach and explore website. The primary function of a web browser is to render HTML code, the code used to design for or mark up web pages. Each time a web browser loads a web page received from web server, it processes the HTML, which may include text, link and references to images and other items such as cascading style sheets, we can say CSS, and JavaScript functions. The browser processes these items and then render them in the browser. Okay, when we use a website, we can use HTML language, JavaScript language, VB script language, and we can also decorate our website, formatting our website. So we can use CSS, cascading style sheet. Okay, this provide we can formatting and decorate our website, colorful websites. So this thing, but all these things based on a programming concept. So our web browser is capable to convert and use this all type of script and interpret this coding and will produce a meaningful output into the web browser. So basic feature of a good web browser is speed. A browser should be able to quickly load web pages including multimedia files, no matter how dynamic the content. Nowadays images and video dominate online platform which require too much data to be processed. Okay, then we can use simplicity. A browser should have easy and multiple user interface. The user interface should not take up a lot of screen space, which would be better used for content that a user is trying to consume. Security. Browser should also be very secure, as there are number of security threats available on internet which can lead to serious data breach and leakage. Okay, so security purpose, for simplicity purpose, for speed purpose, a browser have power. So we can say when we use Google Chrome. So Google Chrome is a most popular and most advanced web browser. So mostly we can use Google Chrome because this provides this kind of facility: speed, simplicity and security. Okay, major function of a typical web browser. First, send and receive internet resources. Okay, access web pages, render and display them, select and save our favorite pages, print document, keep records of our activity, store information in the cloud and install applications. Okay, so this kind of facility provided by web browser means we can generally use Google Chrome. So Google Chrome web browser provide this kind of facility. We can print our online content easily. Okay, now we can see a whole picture, technical picture, how a web browser is actually works. We have seen the working of web server. We have seen the working of web hosting. We have seen the website and web page working. Now here I am discussing the web browser working on the client side. Means our mobile, our tablet, our laptop. First we open web browser, Google Chrome, etc. Then we type a website name. Then after some time, actual website will display on our Google Chrome browser. So this is but internally there are so many things is working. There are so many web languages, HTML, JavaScript, CSS is working. But we see only the actual we see only output. But behind there are so many programming languages working. So technically we can see how web browser is actually work. So you can see the first is our user interface. We know familiar with this. We first use Google Chrome screen space where user interact with the browser. Okay, the browser engine, it queries and manipulate the rendering engine. Okay, browser is also an engine. We can search and we can search any type of content. Okay, by typing our desired data. So we can say browser engine, rendering engine. It interprets the HTML language, hypertext markup language, comma XML documents. XML means extensible markup language. Means user defined tag we can use. Okay, user defined tag we can use, and in HTML predefined tag we can use. Okay, and images as per CSS and generate the code to display. So you can see in a web browser behind HTML code will convert into output, XML code will convert into output, CSS formatting will convert into output. So on the when you use a website, actually web server send only the programming coding to the web browser, and inside the web browser will interpret and display the output. So we can say web server send only programming languages, script language, and browser program will interpret and display the actual output. Now, networking handles all aspects of internet communication security using HTTPS and FTP. We know very well a website use HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Security, or FTP means File Transfer Protocol. When you access any web file or uploading and downloading a file, so FTP and HTTP protocol will work. JavaScript interpreter interpret and execute the JavaScript code embedded in a website. Okay, so JavaScript, when you input and output, suppose enter your name, enter your age, so it will generate an error if you forget to input your age and date of birth. If you type incorrect password, so it will display an error. So JavaScript is working. UI backend means user interface for drawing basic widgets like combo box and windows, etc. So here we can also use different kind of controls: input box, output box, combo box, checkbox. Data persistence and storage. It manages user data such as cache memory, cookies, bookmarks and preferences. Okay, so because on the internet there are so many things we can perform. We can bookmark, means suppose this website you want to use again and again in future, so you can use bookmarks and preference, and you can also make this a shortcut. Or cookies, suppose cookies means suppose you want to type username and password each time when you open a web browser. So if you want to, if you don't want to type username and password again and again, so you can save this username password in your computer cookies file. So next time when you open your Brave browser, in your computer username password automatically sent to web server, and already automatically you can see your mail directly. No need to type username and password again and again with the help of cookies. So it can cache memory, means a website which you can use so many times. Okay, so this website already stored in the server cache memory. Okay, so next time it directly open without wasting the time. So these are the web browser function inside, but we see only the output, but in the behind scene this kind of thing is working. But in picture form you can understand. User interface means our web browser, Google Chrome screen. Browser engine means searching the content. Okay, rendering engines. Rendering engine means it has so many programming languages and classify the languages. Here networking, JavaScript and UI backend. So this is a technical thing. Okay, and data persistence. Suppose you want to access a website again and again, so data will remember. Next time it does not waste the time and directly it will open, so it save our time. Okay, now here the most commonly used web browser application. Okay, so first most popular is Google Chrome. Okay, so we know very well. Okay, let us explore so many things. Google Inc. has Google Chrome web browser. So Google is also a multinational company, a software company. Okay, it is an open and free source. It runs on the different operating system like Microsoft Windows, Mac operating system, Chrome OS, Linux, Android and iOS. It was launched in 2008, and since then it has become the most popular web browser in the world market. Google Chrome is very strong in its application performance and JavaScript processing speed. It allows user to create local desktop shortcut which open the desired web page quickly and easily. Okay, the next popular web browser is Mozilla Firefox. This web browser is free and open source, developed by the Mozilla Corporation and the Mozilla Foundation in 2002. It works on the Microsoft Windows, Mac OS and Linux operating system. Firefox features a pop-up blocker. Pop-up blocker means when so many advertisement or unknown application and sent to the web browser, okay, so it block automatically. Anti-phishing, anti-malware warning, making it easy to validate a website before we enter. So we can say it provide a filtering facility. Okay, so means fake websites or harmful websites, harmful viruses from the internet will not enter, because Mozilla Firefox will stop this kind of activities. Okay, easy to validate and website we enter. So we can say this is provide more security features. Now Internet Explorer. This web browser was developed by Microsoft Corporation, integrate into Microsoft Windows operating system, and in old versions it was launched in 1995 and was the most popular web browser until it was moved from Google Chrome in 2011. Means before Google Chrome it was so much popular. It support add-ons. Add-ons means we can to extend the power of our web browser. Improved security and power saving features. So these are the most popular web browser. Other important web browser is Apple Safari. This web browser is free and closed source, developed by Apple Inc. It works on OS X, iOS and Microsoft Windows operating system. Its market launch in 2003, works on WebKit to render graphics and run JavaScript. Safari is faster and more energy efficient than other browsers. Okay. Now last is Opera. Opera is web browser developed by company Opera Software. It is compatible with Microsoft Windows and Mac OS operating system mainly, although it is also works in older version of Linux. It was launched in 1995. It provides integrated ad blocker, means we can block our advertisement faster with Opera Turbo, sidebar extension for multitasking facility. So you can see Opera, Apple Safari, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome. This is a popular web browser, and this web browser have so much capabilities. Means all the web browser have capable to interpret HTML language, JavaScript language, VB-script language, CSS language, okay, and display the actual website. Now next thing is add-ons and extensions. Okay, so you can see add-ons means suppose you can use Google Chrome web browser, but Google Chrome web browser have limited and some kind of boundary. Okay, but with the help of add-ons we can extend the power of our browser. So add-ons are tools which integrate into our browser. They are similar to regular apps or programs, but only run when the browser runs. Add-ons can allow the viewing of certain types of web content such as Microsoft Silver, necessary for Netflix movies. Suppose you want to see Netflix movies, but directly this browser will not capable. So in browser must use Microsoft Silverlight program on the browser. Then we can use Netflix movies. How add-ons are installed? There are two ways in which add-ons become installed: through an external installer and through the browser on add-on service. Okay, so we can use add-ons become installed through an external installer. Means we can first download and then we can use add-ons. The add-on service is most reliable way of installing an add-on with the browser service providing a relative vetting process for the general safety of the add-ons. Outside program can also install add-ons in the web browser as a part of separate installation process. Microsoft Office, for example, may place an add-ons when speed up the in browser opening of Office documents. Suppose in browser window you want to open Microsoft Word, Excel or PowerPoint, but directly we cannot open in web browser. So we must use additional software. We can say this is add-ons. First we download and we can add this program to the web browser. Then we can use all types of Office document easily and fastly. How to remove add-ons? Okay, add-ons can be removed in one of two ways. Some add-ons, particularly once installed outside of the web browser, create an entity in the programs portion of the control panel. Removing this is done in the same way when we install as another program. Many add-ons, however, can be removed through the browser add-ons manager. So we have two things. We can also use control panel of our computer and we can directly uninstall the add-ons because this is external add-ons. But if it is internal add-ons, the web browser, we can open in web browser add-ons manager and we can remove these add-ons. So you can see in different web browser the add-ons manager, the location Google Chrome's, you can see more tools and extension. In this location you can see the add-ons. Mozilla Firefox, move the add-ons portion, or we can use Ctrl+Shift+A. Internet Explorer, we can use tools and manage add-ons. And Opera, HTTPS add-ons, opera.com, en and extension. So using this location of different browser, we can see the add-ons manager, and on this add-on manager we can add a new add-on software, or we can also remove the add-ons software. Now next thing is plugins. Okay, plugins. So a plugin is a piece of software that acts as an add-on to a web browser and gives the browser additional functionality. Plugins can allow a web browser to display additional content it was not originally designed to display. An example of a plugin is the free Macromedia Flash Player, a plugins that allow the web browser to display animation using the Flash format. Okay, most plugins are available as free downloads. To install the plugin, we visit the website, the plugin developers, and click on a link, and then we download the installer. For the plugin we can have selected, we can save the installer to an easy to find location such as the desktop or a specific folder we have created to organize all our downloads. Once we have downloaded the installer, we can open it and follow the prompts to install plugin on our system. So we can say actually plugins is a real programs. Suppose different kind of online application use different kind of programs. So but if you want to see the animation on the browser window, okay, so but we require a additional flash player, so this is called a plugin. So we can say simply plugin is a big thing, okay, and add-ons is a small thing. Okay, add-ons is not a complete program. Add-ons is not a complete program. This add-ons provide only a small type of facility, but plugin is a complete program which can be integrated with the web browser. So plugin is a complete program, and with the help of this complete program we can extend the more power of web browser and see all type of content. Suppose 3D content, 4D content, 5D contents. Okay, So with the help of plugin programs, we can see all type of animations, all type of HD movies on the web browser. But add-ons provide a simple facility, basic facility. Okay, so you can see difference between add-ons and plugins. So plugin is a big complete program and add-ons is a small facility which can add to the web browser. So plugin is a complete program, add-ons is a not a program. For example, Flash is a plug-in made by Adobe is required to play a video in Flash Player. Also, Java is a plugin made by Sun Microsystem which is used to run programs based on Java. Plugin is not bounded for browser only. Flash can be installed in computer to play Flash files. Similarly, Java can be installed on the run Java files. Means we can without the browser we can also use plugins. Okay. On the other hand, add-ons is not a complete program. It is used to add a particular functionality or facility to a browser. If we suppose to install add-ons on other work environment, say operating system, we can't do it. It means add-ons are limited to certain boundary. Means add-ons working on directly web browser. Okay, add-ons cannot be downloaded and installed in operating system, but plugin have two types of facility. We can also add this plugin to the web browser, or we can directly install on in our computer also. But add-ons we cannot install in our computer. Add-ons only available to the web browser. Okay students, thank you so much and submit your today's assignment and previous assignment also. Okay, thank you.